You won. Would you introduce yourself, Robert, and then you may proceed.
Certainly. My name is Bob Dowd. I am the director of the Lebanon County Department of Emergency Services. I am here this morning asking that the commissioners enter into a professional services agreement with MCM Consulting. And the purpose of this agreement is to have them do a comprehensive assessment of our radio system and develop a strategic plan from that for the full upgrade / replacement of that system. It is in the amount of $100,942.50. This will include everything from inventory of all equipment to identify specific pieces that have to be upgraded to user interviews just to make sure that we capture any improvements we can make and take advantage of the upgrade opportunity to do that.
This is county-wide assessment of radios, and where will that money come from, Robert?
That will come out of our 911 funding. We have money for that.
Good. All right. Seek a motion to approve that, and then we'll ask for questions.
I'll make a motion to approve it, and I do have some questions.
I'll second the motion so that Commissioner Litz can ask her questions.
Very good, Commissioner. Go ahead.
All right. Yes, Bob, I was curious. The interior boosters on buildings, I think like Anvil Fire Company has one. Maybe I'm not using the right term, but they were having trouble with radios inside of buildings and they put like boosters on them for Wi-Fi or something. Are those owned by us or the fire companies?
I am only aware of one of those that's actually active in the county right now, and I know there's a second one going in. I was not aware of one at Anvil Fire Company, at least.
Well, maybe I'm wrong then.
And without getting too technical, there's two different types. There's a passive system that it's an antenna outside and an antenna inside. It's supposed to, help convey that signal through metal walls. And then there's an active system that actually repeats. The active systems, I know of one of those currently and a second one going in place. We don't own any of those.
Okay.
I can maybe fill in a little bit there. I know when the current radio system was installed, now going back, is that how long? 15 years since we put that in. Anvil was a low spot in the coverage we discovered, and so there was a small pole antenna that was installed at the Anvil High School campus to boost the coverage in that area. We do own that antenna, but
that's
it's actual site.
Yeah, it's an actual tower. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Jamie. That does ring a bell now that you said it. I just remembered Anvil had some sort of a booster. So then my next question is, what is the rationale for owning our own tower sites versus renting them?
The cost of leasing tower sites, we are just shy of $200,000 a year in leasing for tower sites. It makes sense to own our own towers where feasible, and that's actually part of this study. We could be generating revenue from those towers if we own them and we lease space out to commercial carriers. That can help make the system more sustainable.
And what does it cost to put in one site?
It depends on the site and a number of different variables, but somewhere between $200,000 and $300,000. We're essentially buying a site every year in leasing fees, or every year and a half.
And does that money come from a separate pool compared to what we would draw from for any help with funding for a new 911 center?
The money that we're currently using for leasing fees is 911 funding. And that we can use that same money for radio system upgrades. So it's a separate pool, yes, but there are some pieces that are interchangeable.
Okay, so none of that could be used for the new 911 center then?
One of the big limitations with 911 funding is brick and mortar. We can't build physical infrastructure with it.
All right, thank you. Those are my questions.
All right. We have a motion and a second to have MC Consulting do our assessment for the radio system. Any further discussion or questions? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign, so ordered. Bob, thank you for everything and your questions answered very well. Thank you.
Thanks.